Everywhere they got a new position will have to be protected under the law. Let the people use the law to take the people out. We just say to the madam that the police cannot provide security for her. We will provide security for her. In any way, don't ask me how. In any way, should be provided security. We change government not for the wrong thing to happen. If we bring government for the wrong thing to happen, then we have to protect our people. We are lawmaker. I'm a lawmaker of the Republic of Liberia, not only district number 10. So we want to send this as a caveat to this president. Mr. President, please use the law. Yourself have gone against the code of conduct. You should remember that. Remember yourself have violated the law. So when you're running after people that have violated the law, you should look at your back too. We will also use the law to bring you to check. We will be going from place to place to reassure the people that the law will be the law. We didn't come here because we have interest in the place alone. We will go to the central bank, we'll go to LTA, we'll go to everywhere they got 10 positions to reassure, to give them the assurance that when the law grab you, the law grab you. But beside the law, there will be no jungle justice. We see as a wish on, if Joseph Boakai got a relative to implore, he must bring them to the executive mansion and implore them not to be threatening people that got in any position. And let me say this to him. Let him tell his legal advisor to start speaking loosely, because tomorrow the Minister of State will have to tell the House why he has somebody that is speaking loosely and threatening the peace of this country. We will not entertain that. Let me say this.
Are you protecting those that are in violation of the code of conduct?
No, we're not protecting people that are in violation. Use the law. Use the law. If they are being investigated by law, and if they are found guilty, they can go. Not to just come with jungle justice thing. Joseph Boakai is spent 45 years in government. Is this a 45 years? What did he lay on early? He just proving to all that he didn't lay nothing. He's sitting here and people are employing their family people that we should be talking about. And those are things that we spoke against. Why today is happening? Joseph Boakai employing your family people. Jeremiah employing your family people. Is this the government we brought? What's the change? What's the change? Or bringing one old man a 4 year older than him. How Joseph Boakai being 90, then you bring one, a 99-year-old man to come work. What is he going to prove in the setup? Look, we did not bring government for this. We brought government for change, and the change must come. So you people that are saying I'm talking soon, you tell Joseph Boakai and Jeremiah to stop employing their family people. Then I will stop talking. On the day elected official should take, and when he declare and all the kind of thing. So if you use the code of conduct, then we'll also respect the code of conduct to use it against anybody that are going against it. And if you ask me, if the president are going against it, we will champion the cause for him to go. He could be the shorter serving president of this country. There is plan for everything to make the country okay. There is plan to impeach Joseph Boakai. There is plan to move people that have violated the 10 new laws. The 10 new laws say they must be removed for cause. Now for Buju Ben Keita, want to jungle justice. Where were those people? Where were they? They couldn't talk. We brought that thing for change. Then we see gangster, then coming here. Buju Ben Keita is a gangster. And we're not entertaining that in this country. If anybody think I will sit and look at the government abroad to harass people in the country, waste your time. If they bring people here to protest, I will put people in my bosses, they will come there, will protect people. It can be to LTA, it can be to Central Bank, will protect the people. Use the law and let the law be the law of the day.
Okay. Thank you.
Honorable Francis Afoko, welcome to. What would you like to sing?
Pass me not, O gentle Savior.
Let's do it.
Hey. Be not, O gentle Savior. Why
protect the people. Use the law and let the law be the law.
It's a pleasure. Let's get.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
You are sponsoring the bill to change the president. Why are you doing so?
Yeah, my communication will be on the floor. Hopefully on Tuesday or Thursday, we're going to impeach President Bouaka. President Bouaka has convinced us in 1 month that he cannot steer the affairs of this country. So we are already working with our lawyers. As soon as possible today, we're going to be working on that all day. Hopefully tomorrow it should be on the floor. If not there tomorrow, the impeachment of the president will be on the floor on Thursday by God's grace. So we're going to make sure that we impeach President Bouaka. President Bouaka has shown to us in 1 month that he cannot manage this country. See what has happened 2 times. The president has not represented Liberia or Liberia. We have our other African presidents now who just went over the weekend. We have a serious issue around the region that is going on. And presidents have gone to make decisions about our region. Our president is not there again. A few days ago, the president also sent the foreign affairs minister to go and represent Liberia. What is happening? In Armed Forces Day, the president could not go to have this program. There are a lot of things happening. There are a lot of breach of issues. They are breaking the law in just many places, just making a lot of funny appointments. The president just made an open statement that they should generally audit the the Central Bank of Liberia. Yes, it is good. By law, they should audit the Central Bank of Liberia. But is it the prerogative of the president to give instruction for them to audit? You know what the Central Bank of Liberia come with? There are a lot of different accounts, private accounts within the Central Bank of Liberia. How one morning, one president just wake up, he just happy one morning, probably, I don't know what happened, or why he's overly excited about, like he did not expect to become a president. Now that he has become a president, he's kind of confused and overly happy over the presidency. So what I think the president can do is to relax himself. He's overly doing things, which is wrong. Let's look at the Port of Buchanan. How can you appoint somebody into a civil servant position? I'm not still figuring it out. Okay, how now the managerial position at ROFON? No president should appoint by law. No president should appoint anybody at ROFON. If you are not satisfied with the person who works there, the woman has 5 years. She has just served for 6 months, and you just come as a president.
We sit and look at the government abroad who have rights in the country, waste your time. If they bring people here to protest, I will put people in my bosses, they will come there, will protect people. It can be to LTA, it can be to Central Bank, will protect the people. Use the law and let the law be the law.
It's a pleasure. Let's get.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
You are sponsoring the bill to change the president. Why are you doing so?
Yeah, my communication will be on the floor. Hopefully on Tuesday or Thursday, we're going to impeach President Bouaka. President Bouaka has convinced us in 1 month that he cannot steer the affairs of this country. So we are already working with our lawyers. As soon as possible today, we're going to be working on that all day. Hopefully tomorrow it should be on the floor. If not there tomorrow, the impeachment of the president will be on the floor on Thursday by God's grace. So we're going to make sure that we impeach President Bouaka. President Bouaka has shown to us in 1 month that he cannot manage this country. See what has happened 2 times. The president has not represented Liberia or Liberia. We have our other African presidents now who just went over the weekend. We have a serious issue around the region that is going on. And presidents have gone to make decisions about our region. Our president is not there again. A few days ago, the president also sent the foreign affairs minister to go and represent Liberia. What is happening? In Armed Forces Day, the president could not go to have this program. There are a lot of things happening. There are a lot of breach of issues. They are breaking the law in just many places. Just making a lot of funny appointments. The president just made an open statement that they should generally audit the the Central Bank of Liberia. Yes, it is good. By law, they should audit the Central Bank of Liberia. But is it the prerogative of the president to give instruction for them to audit? You know what the Central Bank of Liberia come with? There are a lot of different accounts, private accounts within the Central Bank of Liberia. How one morning, one president just wake up, he just happy one morning, probably, I don't know what happened, or why he's overly excited about, like he did not expect to become a president. Now that he has become the president, he's kind of confused and overly happy over the presidency. So what I think the president can do is to relax himself. He's overly doing things, which is wrong. Let's look at the Port of Buchanan. How can you appoint somebody into a civil servant position? I mean, I'm now still figuring it out. Okay, how now the managerial position at Road Fund? No president should appoint by law. No president should appoint anybody at Road Fund. If you are not satisfied with the person who works there, the woman has 5 years. She has just served for 6 months, and you just come as a president overnight, and you just say you appointed somebody. Is this the kind of change we spoke about? Is this his rescue? He came to rescue Liberia. The president was just in a private jet. He went unceremoniously to Ghana of recent. Why did he go there? The Ghanaian president had to lodge at him and carry a complaint. Why did he go to Ghana? Nobody knows. And you know, for me, I don't like to speak on the issue of illness because anybody can get sick. But if the president is not well, he should do the honorable thing to go and seek medication. A vice president will govern the country until he returns. And there are just a lot of different things happening. And within president, like of recent, the legal advisor to the president office admitted on OKFM, I mean through a press briefing, that he actually called those legal people at the justice system, seeking them to withdraw the case or cancel the case, to terminate the case. I mean, that was wrong. The case of Judy Andy, Ambassador Judy Andy, that was wrong. According to our constitution, no branch should interfere with another branch work. Why are they abusing power? And I can assure President Bouaka, I can assure him, oh man, trust me, we're going to work with you. We respect you. But one thing we'll never accept from you, we'll never accept you to disrespect our constitution.
You're talking about impeachment.
Yeah, we are impeaching the president. There are on many counts. We have those counts.
With the president.
Well,
You're going to work with the president, but you're going to impeach him.
I'm working with him if he agreed to work in conformity with the law. But if Bouaka goes against the law, trust me, and he has proven to us on many other counts. So I'm doing the communication. I mean, I just listed the count. I mean, you're not finishing my food my Sunday morning.
But here is at the any stage you believe that Bouaka is failing the line.
There is no other time to speak to any government if they do wrong. In the early stage, if they do well, we celebrate them. In the early stage, man, I don't want you talking about being early. Your President Bouaka served as vice president for 12 years. How can you tell me that President Bouaka is learning? Everything that was done in the country was being criticized on ground that they had all the expertise. How can this boy have, or is it intentional? Is it that President Bouaka knows and he's doing something different? President Bouaka spoke about drug tests. The drug test is a bluff. I'm not going to no drug tests because it's a bluff. If Bouaka wants a drug test, Bouaka's son has a ghetto read by Bouaka horse. Now Bouaka put his son, put all his children in line, including his wife, and all his ministers.
It means that you do not support the fight against drugs.
I support the fight against drugs, but I do not support the trauma that President Bouaka spoke about. It's traumatic. To do that, you must leave an example. Who are they testing? Who are those people that are doing the testing? You should establish an independent body to conduct those tests. We have to put money in the budget to make sure we support them. Okay? So other thing I talk, you talk about asset declaration. Bouaka go declare asset, you make it out a secret. Should the president declaration on asset be your secret? That should not be your secret. That's a mere bluff. You see, we should start talking with the Liberian people. And today, some of us speaking on these things, some people may believe that because Foko is an opposition, he's in the CDC, and what he's saying about, I'm not speaking for CDC. I'm speaking for the Liberian people. If we sit here and allow this old president to come and take over him and say, I'm the Liberian person, I have money back. That's it. Say young man from power, you go bring not a young man power. We respect your decision and we will work with him.
Let's just get back to business.
President Bouaka leadership is very poor. He has performed testimony. He scored 0. He has not even scored 1. Thank you.
Little over a month.
No, but little over a month. What we're grading for? We're not grading him for 6 years. We're grading him for what he has done. But for what he has done in the first 1 month is 0.
Do you care to tell your visit here, the outcome of the visit here?
Oh yeah, we came to as a chairman on Maritime and some of my members on the committee. Yeah, other stuff we've been hearing around, most especially when it comes to the day-to-day activity. And we came to know how her job. You know, we wrote her last week, and she told us she was going to be available today. And today we are here. And that's my oversight. That's my job.
I'm just thinking about those people who are saying you're playing against President Bouaka is a tough native.
Yeah, somebody will definitely not appreciate me today, but I know that they will appreciate me tomorrow. Because what I'm doing, I'm not doing it for the Focus family. I'm not just doing it for only the people of District Number 9, but I'm doing it for the people of Liberia. I know today you may criticize me because you love Bouaka, but tomorrow you will celebrate me. But I'm telling you, everything President Bouaka has done initially in 1 month has been mere bluff. And because of that,
Listen to you now.
thank you. No, but President Bogas are kissing me. I'm a kissing man. It's not about your happiness. It's about the Liberian people's happiness. Thank you.
We start by making sure those people that we bring to cabinet are people of integrity. And secondly, want to make sure that even beginning with myself, we'll declare our assets and want to make sure that this is well known, the purpose of coming to government, to know that it's public service. And if you are not ready to serve the public, you can go elsewhere. But we want to make sure that we start on a clear note that the people of our country stood on line, they protected the votes, not to bring a team again that will do the same thing that the other people are doing or worse. So it's a clear message, declare your asset, make sure that we are prepared to audit the outgoing government so that they tell the Liberian people of their stewardship, and to make sure that we start on a footing where people know that they come to serve the public and not themselves. If they don't understand that, they actually fall where it may.
Mr. President-elect, you talked about asset declaration starting from yourself and the people who work with you, as well as the outgoing administration. How do you plan to avoid the semblance of targeting people? Because some people will say these are politically motivated to tarnish their reputation or to go against them, people from certain tribes or specific parts of the country. How do you plan to avoid this?
We are aware of that. And when we talk about auditing, it's not going to be a Liberian auditing. We want to make sure that our international partners work with us for a public tender, for competent and renowned auditing firm that will be qualified at an international level to make sure they come on board to do that. We are aware of people saying witch hunting, but I don't think it's witch hunting when you have to account for your stewardship, but it has to be done in a way that is well-established, entity with reputation, to make sure that it audits and make sure that it reports to the public the findings.
Sometimes people say that politicians make lofty promises when they are campaigning, but when it gets to governance, it becomes different. What would be different? Assuming allies of yours, family members of yours, or people who are close to you, family members, are accused of corruption during your administration, Mr. President-elect, how do you plan to tackle this specifically?
I'm not coming new to government.
Right.
Although in different positions, I ran a public corporation that was credible. And I can tell you that I come to work not with friendship. I have friends, but there is a clear line of demarcation between friendship, family, and managing. With the experience that we come with a country that celebrates 176 years, and with the life of our people living below the poverty line, I don't think we come into government again to start talking about family, to start talking about, I think we come there to make sure that we give the Liberian people hope, and I'm committed to that.
During the campaigning, you talked a lot about the country's youth, who are the majority of the population. Mr. President-elect, we know majority of them are unemployed, which some people say is a danger to the country's stability and peace. What plans do you have for the people of Liberia, especially the youth, in terms of job creation, in terms of having faith in moving the country forward. What do you have for them?
We came with a mantra that talked about, first we have a platform, and then we have in a brief platform that talks about arrest, meaning agriculture, roads, the rule of law, education, sanitation, and tourism. We believe these are areas in which we can jumpstart. And in those areas, we believe that our young people who are in the majority, they need to be equipped. We need to open opportunities for them to be trained and be marketable. We also have to make sure that the quality of education that will prepare them for the job market. But to do this, we have to be able to impress our partners and investors, the private sector investment, to make them feel that we are here for business, and this business, their investment will impact the young people, that the young people need to be trained. And we know that there are things that we can jumpstart that could bring the relief to the public. Like I have said, there is an outgoing government. There are a lot of areas in which we can begin to alleviate the suffering of the people. We're going to examine those areas, like where we know that the prices of commodities, essential commodities like rice and things, where we know that there have been some tariffs that we can work with right away, the petroleum products and some of these things here. We want to do those things that will begin to alleviate. But I have said that in the first 100 days, no car will get stuck in the mud. That means these critical road conditions, we lessen them, because once you improve the road, the travel, the prices of commodities, all of that have reflection. On the job market, we're going to be very cautious because people have a lot of expectations in government, but in government, we have to know what we're inheriting, and that's what the transition team is working with. I come with a knowledge and with experience and a commitment to make Liberia a different country, a country in which the young people, our women, will know that it is time for them to be relieved, and we come to make them know that, yes, it's not going to be an overnight thing, but we come with a serious commitment to make sure that we make life easier for them.
You talked about the women. Any plans for women empowerment in Liberia?
Very much so. And, I have worked with women. When I was vice president of Liberia, one of the areas in which a lot of my first few months were utilized were with the marketing association. I worked with them until we got them organized, until we got money to create a real LMA that will become independent. That's why you see that the government, with all their muscling, they can tamper with them. We made sure that there was a law firm that put together their constitution to protect them, that we provided money for them to get a business entity that put them together to teach them some business. And those areas were mostly in control. Besides that, we intend to bring on board women, capable women. And I want to say, we don't want any token relation. We want people who are competent and capable and deserve the positions they get. Gender issues have always been issues close to my heart. And women involvement, we want to make sure that that is ensured. But I can tell you, the Liberians do understand where we're coming from. we want to make them know, we build a confidence that, yes, rescue is here, relief is here, but we have to move it at a level that we don't give any false assurances to anybody.
Let's look at the health system in Liberia. You mentioned it during your campaign. A lot of people say it's either non-existent or, Liberians would have to go to neighboring countries or even, southern part of the continent to go seek for medical attention. Mr. President-elect, how do you plan to tackle this? Because it's a serious issue.
I have worked with the health sector when I was in government, and you will see that we have Jamali, where now they do, people can go and do their examinations instead of going to Ghana. We have in mind to increase more of that on a regional basis to make sure that people can go somewhere instead of coming all the way to Monrovia to check there. A lot of people say the person just sat down and died. People don't just sit down and die. But that there will be possibilities that people will know at an early stage the condition of their health. Besides that, we want to open opportunities for all our hospitals and clinics to be functional. And when I say functional, there's a belief in a country that once you build a building, it's a clinic. Or once you build a building, it's a school. We want to make those things real. That when we build a hospital, it has the right people, and those people will be paid. The nurses, people, all who are responsible will be looked after. Because even those who look after people, they themselves need to be looked after.
But
we want to make them function.
That costs a lot of money. How do you plan to finance it?
It costs money. But let me tell you, Liberia is not working. Everything that we are doing, there have been a lot of work put in the health sector. How should it function? What we need in Liberia is implementation. We're not beginning as a new country. Everything is on paper. What we need is to make sure that we function according to those guidelines that have been set up. We implement those things that have been documented over the years. And I want to believe that we are not in there alone. There are partners who are anxious to see a government that is committed to make sure that these things function and that they are willing to work with us. Even as at now, we have made a lot of contracts already for medical supplies. I have been to Arizona, Project Q. They've given a container load of medical supplies. But we have to make sure that these things reach their proper destination, not ministers opening their private clinics, not people standing there along the way. So we are aware, and the system is in place. We have to implement what we said.
Mr. President, like you talked about Liberians taking Liberia back to where it should be. What do you mean by that? And how do you plan to do that?
Well, we say where it should be because everybody remembers the good old Liberia, but we have to understand that the good old Liberia had not always been the good old Liberia for all Liberians. So taking it back means that there are some things that we're working right that we need to, but we need to go further than that. Population has increased. Take Monrovia, for example. When it used to be 350,000 people, now it's over 1.5 million. And the social services are not there. We haven't coped with the social services. We have to make sure that we go back to where we were when things were good, but we have to see that situations have changed. For example, you take the city of Monrovia, there are no streets. Movement is difficult. The streets are filthy. The Liberians have seen that. And right now, this is why you have this mass movement where people are voluntarily going in the street for cleaning. That means they know what's supposed to be, they are aware of it, but they need a leadership that will make them come back to recognize who they are and put a value on their lives.
Mr. President-elect, before we go, you talked about looking at how people voted during the last election, and analysts are telling me that it looks like the country is sharply divided. How do you plan to unite the country? And do you think there are any major takeaways from this recent election?
Okay, all right. So let me first of all say good evening to you and good morning to those of you in the United States of America and other places across the globe. I'd like to say good afternoon to wherever you are watching from, every other location. Let me say a very big welcome to all of you here on this program. My name is Sheku Kuruma, and this is the program, the Talking Point. Gibson Jaro will soon be joining us. And at this point, we'll be going over to the various counties to take on our correspondents across the country and to tell us exactly what's happening in Liberia. And good evening to each and every one of you monitoring from Liberia. Quickly, let me now see what I can go over to. I think it should be Grand Cape County tonight. I'm going to take this systematically, segment by segment. Let me take a break, and I will be right back. Okay, let me say welcome back at this point. We will now go over to our correspondents across the country and see whether we can bring you information across Liberia. We're trying to go over to Grand Cape County, where residents of Crew Town and Grand Cape Mount seek for legal representation from government in their interest. And Nigerian national residing in Crew Town filed a lawsuit against the resident for demolishing those areas that they allegedly sell their drugs and other substances. The resident wants government to come in their defense if they should feel protected in helping government to combat these crimes. Mark Rogers is our correspondent, but I'm trying to get to him, and Mark is not giving me what I want, so I'll be also going over to Bond County, where we have Ramsey Clark seated and waiting for us tonight. And as soon as we get Ramsey, definitely we'll come with Ramsey over to you. Hello. At this point. Orange informs you that the subscriber you are calling is currently... Ramsey Clark is busy right now from what I gather. And let me see whether we can go over to Benson Matthews Moko there in Mangibi County. So as soon as we get Benson, then definitely I'll be bringing Benson over to you. Folks, if you're just joining, I'd like to say welcome and let's have some time together here tonight. So let me see what we can go over to Mangibi County, where we'll bring Benson Matthews Moko. We hope that Benson pick up our calls tonight and let us know what's going on there in Mangibi County. So as soon as we get Benson, then we will get over to you with the information. If you're just joining us, this is the Blaze Communication Network, and we broadcast from Monrovia studio. Benson is now on the line. Good evening, Benson. How are you?
Good evening, Sego. Good evening to the people of Liberia. I'm doing great. And you?
I'm very much okay. The Reporter Association of Liberia and African Development Management Associate concluded a day-long symposium on extractive sectors reporting. Tell us more about this story.
Well, thank you. Like you said, the Reporter Association of Liberia, along with Aman, on few days ago on the weekend, invited few reporters from across Liberia, where other reporters from various countries were present for a one-day symposium, like you rightly said. But based on the seminar that reporters were called to listen to, the communication director from Aman, he said it is important that reporters get fast and understanding on the extractive reporting, because a reporter cannot focus or cannot get a duty about information on other sector, most especially the extractive sector in Liberia. All of their reportage will be misleading to the public. So basically, he said the symposium was meant to make reporters understand the issue about reporting, the fast about extractive reporting, about other sector within the country. And we have other people who spoke. We had a representative from Asna Mental who said he embraced the idea about making journalists to know the importance about reporting the facts. And he also applauded the president of the Reporter Association of Liberia, Willie Topa, for such initiative. And he said their arms are open to working with other partners in making sure that the journalists in Liberia can know what they are doing and what they are reporting on. On the other hand, on that same day, the president of the Reporter Association thanked both partners for such a great initiative, for supporting the initiative, the Asna Mental and AMA, for supporting the initiative that reporters should know their duties. And he also shared the need that Asna Mental should help the Reporters Association with an office space in Monrovia. He stressed more that this will help the smooth operation about activities when it comes to the Reporter Association in Liberia.
Besides this story, is there any other story that will catch the attention of the Liberian people from Mangibi County?
Yeah, on yesterday, the conscious Magibian had a press conference that based on the speculation and rumors from other Magibians that the president appointment, President Joseph Boakai, the appointment he made few days ago, the nomination rather, a few days ago, Mr. Aman, James Aman Masakwe, who worked in the government, been promoted at the Ministry of Education, who currently have been nominated to serve as the deputy director for administration at the MOE. A few days ago, the angle of the Unity Party had a press conference that they are not aware, or they don't want such a problem within the county, because according to them, they said that this Masakwe man who was against the presidency of President Joseph Juma Boakai, and all of a sudden he been appointed or being nominated to serve such position within the country. So it had taken the attention of other Unity partisans. But unfortunately, yesterday, the angle of the conscious Magibian said the appointment is right. President Boakai is right with the appointment and the support out of the appointment President Boakai has been making in his government. So they want to assure all Magibians, those who are against the appointment, they are calling all Magibians to remain united, saying, holding to the fact that President Joseph Boakai said his government going to be a government of inclusion. So they should not bring discrimination with the appointment. So they are calling on all of Magibians to see reason to work with Mr. James Aman Masakwe.
Thank you very much, Benson Mattis Moko, for your report tonight.
Thank you, Shegu. It's been a wonderful time this evening.
Benson is our correspondent from Mangibi County. Still trying to get to Bond County. As we will be going back there, we want to hear from Ramsey Clark. What's the trending issue there in Bond County? And as soon as we get Ramsey Clark, we'll definitely come over to Bapolo County. But let's now go over to Bond County, where we have Ramsey Clark on the standby. Ramsey, how are you tonight?
I'm okay, and how you are, and how are the people doing mostly around the country?
I can't speak for everybody, but from where I am, I'm okay, and I'm sure we are fine. You earlier on reported that protesting students of the Bond County Technical College have petitioned the government of Liberia through the Bond Legislative Caucus, requesting the immediate replacement of the college president, Dr. Roland Massaquoi. Can you tell us more on this story?
That happened today. As you may be aware, from reports I've been doing on the protest at the college. You know, the protest started since February 19, 2024. And so today, the students gathered at the administrative building to petition the county authority. And the petition received by Honorable Prince Kiamu Mwe. He's the current chair for the Bond Legislative Caucus. And among other things, the students said Dr. Roland Massaquoi, has been an obstacle to the group, in order that the president of him at the college has scared away international partners because he is corrupt, allegedly corrupt, and his lack of administrative skills. In fact, he's not friendly to extra development and other academic advancement to the college. So based on these different things, they want him to be replaced with different person. So they petitioned the county authority, and they told Honorable Prince Mwe to reach their petition to the president. So Honorable Prince Mwe took hold of the petition, they promised to ensure that their message can be reached to the president, Joseph Boakai, so he can intervene to the situation.
Okay. You also reported that the president of the Reporter Association of Liberia is recommending the special forum for news editors on reporting about the extractive sector. Tell us more. What's going on there?
Willie Tupa is the president for the Reporters Association of Liberia. He said doing so will enable news editors, to have in-depth understanding of the sector and scrap balancing reporting on companies operating in the country. Because according to him, over the years, news editors, in fact, reporters have not had, more knowledge in reporting on the extractive sector or industry in the country. So you have read that when most news editors across the country, when they have little idea about the sector, they'll be able to report on different issues affecting the sector. But due to the limited knowledge and the lack of training, it makes it difficult for them to report on challenges affecting the extractive sector of the country. So, in once the Liberia Extractive Industry Transparency Initiative, in Asila Metal Liberia to organize quarterly, on-site forum for news editors at mining sites across the country, where they will be, shown different equipment, different materials, how the people work there, to enable them report directly what they will see and how they should report. So he made a call on Friday when the Reporter Association of Liberia, in partnership with the Africa Development Management Association, organized a day-long executive sector reporting seminar in Ghana, and that was over the weekend. And the seminar was held under the theme promoting responsible journalism for social and economic development in Ghana.
Thank you very much, Ramsey Clark, for giving us report from Bond County tonight.
We are committed to doing more.
Ramsey Clark is our correspondent there in Bond County, Banga City. Agnes Tar is our reporter here in Montserrat County. She's also reporting that Mr. Henry B. Flumel, Director of Communication at the National Elections Commission of Liberia, died yesterday. According to the report, he died in Ganda, Nimba County, while attending a workshop. He died on February the 25th, 2024, but the cause of death has not been yet established, as the body is already in Monrovia for funeral arrangement. Formerly, Mr. Flomo worked in several media institutions, including ELBC and Capital FM. Let's hold it right there, and then we move on to see whether we can take our Bomi County correspondent, Mohammed Sharif, to tell us exactly what's happening in Bomi County. If we can have him tonight, that would be a wonderful thing for us here on this program. If you're just joining us, this is the Blaze Communication Network. We broadcast from Monrovia, an online platform, soon to launch the FM radio in Monrovia. As soon as we get Mohammed Sharif on the line, we'll definitely bring him over to you. But while we are trying to get Mohammed Sharif, we will also be contacting Musa Alexander Musa from Grand Bassa County, who will be on the standby to tell us what's news coming up from Grand Bassa County. Mohammed Sharif is not getting us tonight, or probably we're not getting him. But let's now go over to Grand Bassa County and pick on Musa A. Musa. If we can have him, like I said, that will be okay. At the same time, we will be going over to bring you information from various newspapers across the country. Musa Alexander Musa is our correspondent there in Grand Bassa County, Buchanan City, where he stands now to tell us exactly what's happening in Grand Bassa. Good evening, Musa, and how are you?
Good evening. Let me say good evening to everyone across Liberia listening and following the conversation this evening.
Musa, what's news coming up from Grand Bassa County tonight?
Well, thank you. Thanks so much for having me. Police in Grand Bassa County have charged Mr. Stanley Moore for negligent homicide. He been charged and sent to court. As I reported some time ago, that on Friday that there was a tension from women, pressure from women of Grand Bassa County. Threatening, to protest, mad protest in Bassa, which started on Friday, and gave the police 2 days ultimatum to send the matter to court. And then on Saturday in the morning hour, they gathered again at the police station, chanting different slogans that indeed they want the matter to go to court, they need justice. So in that, they threatened to have disrupted the Grand Bassa University graduation. So that fear, the police and the charge Stanley Moore, who is, the late Comfort Clay, who left their body from some feet away from Stanley Moore house. They charged him with negligent homicide and was sent to court. He appeared today at the magisterial court, and the hearing continues until tomorrow. And so, but one thing is that I share, all I say, the charge against, Stanley Moore is lesser, because as you may be aware, homicide, that violates section 14.3 of the new penal law of Liberia, and the sentence is not more than 5 years. So critics and activists are saying the charge is small, very less. So the police did not do well in charging the guy, because there are witnesses who are testifying that indeed this lady Comfort Glay, the deceased, actually came shouting from the home, from the house of Stanley Moore, crying that indeed Stanley Moore, was allegedly killing her. And so to come back and say, charge the man with negligent homicide, they made something wrong somewhere, and they are calling on the government lawyer who will be presiding on the case to push further for bigger crime, either manslaughter or let's say murder, because according to them, the charge is very lesser.
How far has the issue of the protests with the Grand Bassa University student gone this time?
Well, the protest, just on Saturday was the 7th convocation of the Grand Bassa University. So, like I reported to you the other time, the caucus intervened, and so everything is on course now. And the law of the university campus, people are going to work normally. Nobody is about protesting again because they agree workers at the time after they met with the caucus. They said they agree with all conversation they have with us, so they're going to return to work, and they are returning to work. They are working normally.
Thank you very much, Musa Alexander Musa from Grand Bassa County.
Thank you.
Musa Alexander Musa is our correspondent there in Grand Bassa. We will now go over to Bapolu County, where we will take on Henry Boluma. This is a reminder that this program is being relayed on Shakta FM in Carisbrooke, Monserrado County. So as soon as we get Henry Boluma from there in Bapolu County, we'll let you to know exactly what's going on in Bapolu. But earlier on, Henry Boluma reported that Honorable Collins hosts a historic thank you program in Guanola District Number 2, presented with a certificate. And so let's see if we can have him. If not, I'll just go through the story here. But now we have Henry Boluma. He's on the line from Bapolu County. Henry, how are you?
I'm doing great, and I'm happy to be on the platform this evening.
The residents of Guanola in Bapolu Electoral District Number 2 have expressed overwhelming praise and gratitude for Honorable Luther Sandy Collins' recent thank you program held in Palaquela Town, Guanola District. Can you tell us more about this story?
Yeah, that was a program that was held over the weekend in one of the political parties in Bapolu County called Guanola District. Representative Luther Sandy Collins went there to appreciate the people for their participation in the Jeff Senate election. And during that event, he also presented his certificate to the people and tell them thank you for their participation, and also appreciated them for voting him to serve as leader for them for electoral district number 2 in Bapolu County. And so it was from that background the people sanctified the being elected lawmakers in Bapolu County. It's the first time for a lawmaker who is elected to go back to them, present certificate to them, and if it take them over for having the party elected. So they were very much happy. Electoral district number 2 in Bapolu has 3 political districts, so it was only one of the districts that he went in to do that particular celebration. Some people from the 26,000 villages, they all converged in Palaquela Town. Palaquela is a district seat of Guanola District, where the program was held on Saturday over the weekend. So Honorable Collins doing that program, in addition to the presentation of his certificate, he also presented a cow as a way of appreciation. He also presented food items and the sum of $70,000 as a token for appreciation to enhance their celebration for the program that day. According to him, he said that he will make sure to continue the engagement as a way of paving way for unity to enhance development in his constituency. So he called on other candidates who participated in the election and lost to rally around him, and also even the citizens in the county, in that part of the county, to rally around him so that they can fast track development in that part of Bapolu Electoral District number 2.
What other interesting story that you have for Liberia tonight about issues taking place in Bapolu County?
Quite frankly, in this part of the county, there are several activities ongoing. Just to go back to the Emmerich Hospital, the county health officer of Bapolu County, Dr. George and Peter, have raised a serious concern over the running of the Emmerich Hospital in the county. According to him, the Emmerich Hospital is currently challenged with respect to current supply. He said the hospital that was built is being solarized, and the solarization can only provide current during the morning time, during the daytime. So during the night hours, the hospital can be darkness because they don't have enough fuel to run a generator. The way they program there, according to him, the generator operates the solar panel. The moment they go off, the generator should come up automatically when it has fuel in. But in as much as the generator does not have a fuel, it means that the generator will not come on. It means that whenever the solar power current is finished, it means that the generator will not be able to come on during the night hour. So as a result, it's stealing the work at the Emory Hospital, especially during the night hour. So he said that currently the hospital is being run on the World Bank project. That project was being run at the Dalalong Hospital. But since the Emory Hospital started functioning, all of the staff at the Dalalong Hospital, they transferred them to the Emory Hospital. So there's no more Dalalong Hospital in Bafu. So the budget line, annual budget line that used to be coming to the Emory Hospital, he said that budget is so much limited to sustain all of the units at the Emory Hospital currently. So currently, it's like the only money they can get is the World Bank Performance-Based Project funding, which of course is not sufficient. So as a result, he is calling on the county authority, the lawmakers of Bafu, and the government to prioritize the budgetary allocation in order to make sure to enhance the work of health workers at the Emory Hospital in Bafu County. He said that they will need the amount of $1 billion United States that are on an annual basis in order human resource manpower to enhance the running of this particular health facility in Western Liberia.
Henry Mboluma, thank you so much for reporting from Bapolu County tonight.
Thank you. Most welcome.
Mboluma is our correspondent there in Bapolu County. Let's now take a break. When we come back, we go on with more and more stories.
Not for good alone. Even we can eat it, but other creatures can eat it too. Yeah, one can pray for long hair. She can pray for 2 months, but how long is she living? Her hair will grow in the salon.
I pray to be handsome. You can pray for money. I don't get money. The money will roll. I'm a brother, I'm doing well, mama.
You took it from you today, you will take it from you tomorrow, sister. You take it from there today, and I will take it from you tomorrow, brother. Oh, guess I believe. Guess I believe. Oh, guess I believe. Now for the Lord.
Guess I believe. No, I'm a brother. Never go my way down. Guess I believe. No,
Okay. All right. Okay, so let's hold it right there now. We'll go over to Grand Cape County and bring in Mark Rogers, who will be telling us tonight about issues taking place in the county. Good evening, Mark, and how are you?
Well, I'm doing excellently well. Good. And how is Giant you?
I'm fine. Earlier on, you posted in our chat room that residents of Kru Town and Grand Cape County seek for a legal representation from government in their interest. A Nigerian national residing in Kru Town filed a lawsuit against the residents for demolishing those areas they allegedly sell their drugs and other substances. What do you mean by this, Mark?
Well, I was in Kutam yesterday, and I saw the demolished structure, especially though shift structure that was constructed by the Nigerian, and where the citizens alleged that those areas are hard out for their receipt of narcotic substances. So the citizens fear that their children's future have been damaged by these Nigerian national. They are bringing in drugs, kush, and different kind of drugs to sell it to their children. So they have complained to the police, to the LDA. Whenever they go and effect and they arrest, in 2 time, they see people that they complain against, they will come by in the community. So they believe that they were just fell up with the issue of complaint, and since this government took over the mantle authority, and the president made it emphatically clear that declaring the issue of drugs and substance abuse as a health pandemic. So they themselves they are going to join in the fight so that the government efforts towards this fight can be achieved. So it took the bull by the horn, broke down the whole makeshift structure. So it did not go down well with one of the leaders, a Nigerian national, filed a lawsuit to the Tiwo Ministerial Court. In that case, it's been assigned for tomorrow, February 27 at the Ministerial Court. So the citizens now, they are making this call for a legal representation because they are helping to fight the drug issue because of the government call, and they are not lawyers. They are not lawyers, so they calling on the government to provide them a lawyer. Why it is true the entire town have decided that they will go to the court tomorrow. Their president will be fair, but yes, they cannot stay on their own. They want government to assign them a lawyer to plead on their behalf in this case, and this is where they came up with that discussion.
Okay, tell us more. What other issues coming up from Grand Gila County before we take a leave of you tonight?
Grand Cape Mount County. You are in Grand Cape Mount County talking about that Grand Gila.
Grand Cape Mount County, please. I didn't say Grand Gila.
Yeah, I'll be, the people of Cape Mount are really feeling the representation of the county in this 55th legislature, especially from the issue of the Senate, Senator Daba Mabane Vapla. Right now, today, she wrote a communication to the plenary, citing the defense minister, the justice ministry, and even in the same communication, halting all the activity of the AFL at the Deer Mountain mine. What are they doing there? So they are citing the defense minister to give reason why the AFL are assigned at the B Mountain mine, because their presence there is still in fear among the citizens of King George. And in similar communication, she also sent a communication to the Senate asking them for B Mountain to put immediate halt to the construction of facility for the relocation of the people in Matamu corridor. In her communication, she said that what she saw during their visit there, she saw that the company is paying for the citizens for their relocation. It does not represent the people. So she has written a formal communication to the plenary asking them that B Mountain disengage for carrying on the construction, and also citing the defense minister, to provide reason why the AFL is at the mine. So these are all information, and the people of Cape Mount, they are happy that these things are happening because it's in their interest, and Those are news are coming from Great Cape Makati.
Thank you very much, Mark Rogers.
You are most welcome. Thank you so much.
Mark Rogers is our correspondent there in Grand Cape County. If you're just joining us, I'd like to say good evening and welcome to this broadcast. My name is Sheku Kuroma. We have been getting Mohammed Sharif from Bomi County. I'm going to try Mohammed Sharif quickly once again. If we can get him, that will be fine for us. But Gibson Jeru is now with us here on the program this evening hour. So as soon as I get Mohammed Sharif, I will definitely bring him over to the platform. But let me bring in the host of this program. He just joined us. Good evening, Gibson W. Jeru. How are you?
I don't know what's going on with your video, but your video is not responsive. You are stuck in one gear. But I want to say thanks to Shatter FM for carrying the show live this afternoon, this evening. For those
your audio is low a little bit, so I think you have to increase the volume of your microphone.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Let me go off stream.
All right. So yes. Once again, let me take a break quickly, and I'll be right back on this program. I will be right back on this program here.
Shadow on the beat. Not for God alone. I said, sweet, it's I believe. Not for God alone. He won't be the either. Other teachers can eat it too. I can pray for long hair. She can pray for too much. But as long as she's living, I'll have a great ass alone.
And the bread will be handsome. You can pray for money. I don't get money. The women will roll.
You take it from you today, I will take it from you tomorrow, sister. You take it from there today, now I will take it from you tomorrow, brother. Oh, guess I believe, guess I believe, oh, guess I believe. Now for God alone.
Guess I believe. No, I'm a better way. Never wear my way down. Guess I believe. No,
you want me to have better, sweet, yes, I believe it. Not for God alone. No fire, 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 no fire. No, look out, look at me, bear, look out. No, look out, look at me, bear, look out.
Oh, mama. Oh, my.
Sweet. Hey, Professor June. That's the name of country.
Okay. All right. Welcome back and welcome back.
It's good now?
It's perfect. Very perfect.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, Sekou, the technician, coaching the man who say no computer. We inside. But hey, I want to say shout out to all of you who are continuing to be with us. Did you put the link in the chat room for my man to come?
Yeah, let me do it right now, please.
Yeah, put a link there. So, yeah. Okay. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll say thank you very much. And once you're here, and we are there.
So, yeah, I already done that.
Good, good. Okay, like I said, let me see here. Let me say for those guys, the folks at Shadow FM want to say thank you for joining us. We are glad you did that. No, the other chat room, they put in the other one, the other chat room. We want to say thank you for doing that, for taking it. And those of you who are listening to us through Shadow FM, we are about to discuss the issues of today. Listen, our correspondent report is every day 9 p.m. Liberian time, which is 3 p.m. my time in the central region of America. Okay, central time. I'm using the central time. So, so if you're in Chicago, you are in Minnesota, you are in North Dakota, you are in South Dakota, we all use the same time. But I want to say, those of you who are in Liberia, we want you to make it your habit to join us every day, 9 p.m. And if you are listening to us through Shadow FM, we want you to listen to us from 9 p.m. until 10:11. Then we are done. 1 hour for correspondent reports. Our correspondent in various counties will bring us reports from the counties. And that's my favorite part of this entire broadcast. My favorite part. Today we will be we're waiting for our man Salif and Arthur will be here shortly. If once they get into the link, they will come here. And also, should we have time, you can give Arthur, you can go Salif a call from the WhatsApp to make sure that he's aware, because sometimes we didn't have show yesterday, so probably he's not aware. Okay, so let's talk about other things that we want to talk about. Let me bring you let me bring you to speed with some of the things that are happening in our country. First of all, let's talk about what the ECOWAS did recently. The West African Community, Economic Community of West African States, they have lifted the sanction on 4 countries. That's Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, and Guinea. Originally, the West African group, ECOWAS, imposed a comprehensive economic sanction on these 4 countries. The reason was very simple. Those countries were military junta. As you know, Mali had a coup d'etat. Guinea had a coup d'etat in 2021, and Mali had a coup d'etat. Maybe I can just go to some of the information here from our own website. I think we'll have those stories on our website here, and we can just read it from there. So we have a very great story on the website if you want to read some of the stories that are trending, or you don't mind going to our website and seeing some of the things that we have. Okay, so the AU, let me read that story for you on the Blaze Daily News website. ECOWAS emboldens military coup in sub-region. And this one reads, they say, just when citizens of the West African sub-region gather courage that militaries in the region are put in check by a massive economic sanction, heads of state of ECOWAS met in their extraordinary summit and softened, removing the sanctions on the military juntas in Guinea, Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali. Political observers believe that the action of ECOWAS to lift the sanctions, whether they seek peace or security or not, it has emboldened militaries in the sub-region, which could lead to more coup d'etats in West Africa. As you know, on September 5th of 2021, Guinea had a military coup d'etat. The president, Major Ni Boligar, Special Forces Commander, who was taking care of the executive mansion, now the parliament, the presidential guard, who was the commander of the presidential guard, a special force commander. He, Mamadi Doumbouya, overthrew his boss. And on May 24th, there was another coup d'etat that was led by the Malian Prime Minister Mokhtar Ould and his Minister of Defense, Suleiman Doucouré. They overthrew the government. On July 26, 2023, there was another coup d'etat in Niger when the country's president guard detained President Mohamed Bazoum and the Presidential Guard Commander General Abdourahmane Tiani proclaimed himself as the head of state of Niger. Burkina Faso also had a coup and overthrew their president. So there was a whole lot of talk from the ECOWAS leadership about the way and manner in which the coup took place, and they imposed sanctions on Burkina Faso, on Mali, and on Burkina Faso, on Guinea, and on Niger. And this was intended, in fact, at one point in time, ECOWAS decided they were going to invade. They were going to invade this Niger and restore the civilian government. Due to that, the four countries they united their forces. Burkina Faso, Mali, Guinea said, well, if you attack Niger, we will attack you. So ECOWAS backed down, led by Nigeria President Tinubu. They need too hard to pronounce, man. I'm telling you. I know. The man name is Tinubu.
Yeah, it's Tinubu.
Tinubu, okay. It's Tinubu. So President Tinubu of Nigeria decided that he was going to lead the West African forces to overthrow or to remove the military junta and bring back the civilian government. And the full military government in Guinea, in Mali, in Burkina Faso, and in Niger, they said, if you attack Niger, we will attack you. So they backed down. And when they backed down, just this weekend, it's so sad. It's so sad that, for me, I don't know how sometimes these things are happening in a diplomatic community where people make big threats and they can't actualize the threats. People had an extraordinary meeting only for them to vote and say, you know what, we forgave you. We'll not put sanction on you again. We remove the sanction. So before they removed the sanction, the four countries withdrew themselves. They announced that they were withdrawing from ECOWAS. And they have 1 year for that whole withdrawal to actualize. But even before 1 month passed, they didn't even take 1 month yet. Nigeria-led ECOWAS are now on their knees. I consider that on their knees. They have now withdrawn the sanctions on the four military countries. Now, what does that mean to us? It's an emboldenment. They are emboldening military governments, military in the various countries, to continue to have coup d'etat. Because if you put sanctions on these countries and you don't succeed, the rest of the people with the all military regimes will pop up. And I hope in our own country we cannot afford that, because we have just come from war. We dealt with military government when Samuel Doe was there. After Samuel Doe, We had 14 years of war, almost 15 years of war. Our people died. People got this property got destroyed. People who had something have nothing. Other people who had nothing have something. Poor became rich and rich became poor. Women were raped, men were killed, children were killed, pregnant women were disemboweled. This is the country that we are trying to build the democratic tenets. We are thankful that after the election of Charles Taylor, when Charles Taylor left, there was a peaceful turnover of power from Julie Bryant to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, and from Ellen Johnson Sirleaf to George Weah, and praise God that from George Weah to Joseph Boakai. Great. Something I want to talk about. Our president skipped the ECOWAS summit. He skipped the ECOWAS.
Just before you talk about
go ahead.
The ECOWAS summit, I agree with you in a sense where you say that it's a serious encouragement and beefing up the process of military coup in Africa. Because previously, everybody agreed that military coup should not be accepted. So if Guinea was successful in their military coup, and today you come back to say, look, Guinea, come. The sanction we put on you, you no longer have sanction. Come on. Sierra Leone, few months ago, there was an attempt to have a coup stage in Sierra Leone. People were arrested. Now you are encouraging military coup in Africa because anybody will go about it and they will be successful in the process. They will tell you, we ain't got no damn right to even be a part. We even get concerned about being a part of West African states because the first thing is you are not protecting African continent. You are not protecting the West African sub-region. Apparently, you are only doing it for your own personal thing because you're a president. You have to go to these parliamentary meetings, show up and things, do some contribution, enjoy yourself. But the law is not strong. We saw that during the war. When ECOMOG came here, we saw how it was like they were effective from the beginning. But you and myself know what happened in our country. Even the late President Doe, we know that he went to see the ECOMOG force commander at that time when he got caught into the web and he was killed. So ECOWAS is not protecting the sub-region. Instead, they are more like protecting themselves or apparently finding a means to enjoy themselves. But this is not how it should be. God forbid, if a military coup takes place today in Liberia, they will come out to condemn it. But deep down in their heart, after a few months, they will come back to say, look, it happened, let's bring you over. So what the process are you setting? What deterrence are you setting that people who would be actors in the future will look at it and say, no, we don't have to get involved into this. I don't see it strong.
That's the exact point we're trying to raise here. What they are doing is they are encouraging military organizations in West Africa to do
military uprising. You are right. That's true.
To harass democratic government, democratically elected government. So right now, even in Liberia, we just saw the military women in the street the other day. What happened if there was a military that went in the street and they overthrew the government? And then ECOWAS will say, we condemn you. You condemn me for what? And after a few days, you accept me. So if they were not willing to continue with the threat, to actualize the threat, why would they even try to announce a sanction that will not work? You have to study the political intricacies. You don't just go and threaten a man, then when you go, you can't go any further than come down and say, oh, we were wanting to post sanction here, but we now want to post sanction here again. But hey,
you're making Africa a laughing stock to the white people.
A laughing stock and making it dangerous.
Yeah. So you're making it to look like a laughing stock to the white people. And not just white people. You are giving ground. you are giving ground to the military to take over. And if the military takes over, the first thing that happens is they suspend the constitution. They declare state of emergency. No legislature. You will not have representative and senator actively working. They immediately decide to institute a government. Yes. And everyone work at the pleasure and will of that government. So this time around, the three branches of government is no longer looked at. You don't have the judiciary in full swing. You don't have the legislature in full swing. You only have executive power being implemented with dictatorial operation. And if these things happen, you come to realize that people's rights will be abused, and international community and an organization that has been set aside to prop into these matters will be weak, and we classify to them as being they are weakling already. They're toothless bulldog, and those people will not do anything substantive that will bring our country to where it's supposed to be. So what becomes of the people who were killed in Guinea? What becomes of the people who were killed in Mali, in Niger? After you came up to say, look, we sanction you, we don't need you again, we can't work with you until you restore the country to a civilian rule. The man said, I'm not going to do that. I can bow down to pressure. In fact, we are no longer members. So you only need a membership. You only want the people to be contributing their quota. You want the people to be paying their dues so that, you guys, this whole thing about Africa has to be reviewed. You need different people with different minds.
It is really unfortunate. It's really unfortunate that we have, in fact, our President Joseph Boakai, supports the lifting of sanction, even though he did not attend the extraordinary conference. Liberia was not represented at the heads of state meeting. The vice president did not go. The president did not go. Why they didn't go, I have no idea. Because even if the president did not go, based on his basic schedule, the vice president should be able to go to represent Liberia. And that's what the people do. They escape everything. They allow everything to escape them. And at the end of the day, people ask question, where is Liberia? You just won an election. This is the good opportunity, great opportunity for you to go there and introduce yourself. That you have just won, you are just coming into the picture, and you are willing to work with your colleagues and solicit their own support. No, the vice president was not. They told us that the vice president was going to do more work for the president. Oh, the vice president will be the handler of the president. Okay, well, why is he not in the handle now? The other day they took a private plane to go to Nigeria and Morocco. So if you can go to your friend inauguration with private plane, you couldn't go to the ECOWAS extraordinary meeting. Sheku, this is absolutely baloney. You took a private plane to go
and that's why you have two representatives. In fact, I should have the recordings. But if you can check, you will find it. You can play it. You already have two representatives who are ready to proffer a bill on the floor for the impeachment of President Joseph Numa Boakai at this early stage. Yes.
I haven't seen that bill, but
the bill has not been set. The bill has not been put on the floor yet, like I said.
But they have already.
Yeah, but French Safoko and that of Yake Koluba had a press conference today because it came from the issue of Emma Glasgow that people were going there to evict her from her office. And you have these people going there. In their interview, they made it clear, very clear, that on Thursday, they will be introducing a bill for the immediate impeachment of Joseph Numa Boakai. And they set up some instances and some reasons. One, the incapability to run the country at this particular time. Two, he's not going out to represent the country on any international matter, citing example of the recent ECOWAS meeting. And, so there are other issues in the bill. And his fervent disrespect for the Constitution that the Unity Party people brought in power to have people people on tenure, a position, and at this point, you want to get these people from tenure position because allegedly or provingly you saw them during the campaign time. People classify to these things as a witch hunt. So if Kia is now taking, there's going to be a problem. Then again today, there was a very serious protest at the university campus where people sustained injury from police. Things are not going on right in this country right now, and we got to be very careful.
Especially, I'll come back to that police thing. That was the next thing I was just about to talk about. But what you said right now, it's a grave concern, though. The two lawmakers, in fact,
just check. I will soon share it with you. Just check. You will soon see it. The interview there.
Yeke Koluba is a person who campaigned for Joseph Boakai. And the Yeke Koluba is who campaigned for Joseph Boakai is the same man who is saying, Lord, Joseph Boakai, you are violating the law. You said you came to change everything for the better. You said that George Weah was not doing the right thing. So you came, you said, I'm coming to rescue you. Hey man, how you can rescue us? Then the same thing you said George Weah was doing that was not good, and you're doing the same thing. You are violating the law. You got money from somewhere. We don't know where you got the money from. You're sharing the money all over $10 million. Where you got $10 million from, nobody knows. When time for your friend and they go into ECOWAS meeting, you stay home. You're not go there. You're not send a vice president. So what was Liberia's thinking? What was Liberia's? What are our people? What is it our politicians don't prioritize the interests of the country? You have ECOWAS meeting. Presidents in the West African sub-region are meeting. You just got elected. Is it not the best time? The other day, Bugolo swear Joseph Boakai go to Ghana. Swear, he said you're going to meet. He said you're going to meet a friend, a brother, Akufo, Nana Akufo. Now you swear one Tuesday morning, you left Monrovia and went to Ghana. Now this one is the official meeting of the presidents in West Africa. Extraordinary meeting. You just got elected, Segu. You just got elected. For you to go and showcase yourself. You go there and make a speech and tell the people what your intentions are, why you intend to govern Liberia, and in the Committee of Nations, how you solicit their support, how you are willing to work with them. You didn't go. You didn't send the vice president. The other day, vice president they said, man, finish joining going in a private plane and going to Nigeria to go attend somebody else's inauguration. If people inauguration are more important to Jeremiah Kun than going and representing Liberia at the ECOWAS meeting where the major decisions were going to be taken.
I'm telling you. Seriously, are you kidding me?
Joseph Boakai sneaking to Ghana overnight and knowing that the president of Ghana was not going to be in Ghana, and he sneaked overnight and went there to meet with vice president of Ghana. President of Liberia left Liberia soon in the morning. You know, I don't know whether he brushed his teeth. Soon in the morning he left.
I know, but I beg you.
I'm just saying that because the time the man left, at the time people be waking up, you brushing their teeth. By the time everybody woke up, Joseph Boakai already in Ghana to go see what? To go see President Akufo. President Akufo was not there. Nana had left. He gone to Germany. And you knew, how can you go to Ghana? You don't know that the president of Ghana was leaving. You got no public relation people. You got no office protocol people that will call and say, hey, the president is coming to visit Nana Akufo, the president of Ghana.
Let me share this. Let me share this with you quickly.
Tell me, Shegu, you want to tell me Joseph Boakai did not find out whether Akufo was in Ghana and he just left only to go meet with the vice president? Okay, if you can go to Ghana overnight to go meet with vice president of Ghana, bring yourself down to go meet with vice president of Ghana, why couldn't you go to the ECOWAS meeting where all the presidents in West Africa were meeting? That's why they come and lie to our people and say, we come to rescue you. Well, rescue where? the country is getting bad and bad and bad every day. You say, oh, we will make sure that the civil service salary remain the same. You promised that. And look at what is happening in Sekou. They're even trying to bring 15,000 people out of they're trying to dismiss 15,000 people from the job. You already said that there's people are suffering. Then you want dismiss 15,000 people from government workforce. And then you said their money was going to go to $150. You have not done anything about it. The children they were going to free school. You said, George, you are not doing anything. We agree with you. Thank you, Mr. Boakai. But you are not even saying anything about the children's school fee. Are you going to do the school fees? Are you going to do tuition free college? Are you going to continue that? At least you must have a political statement on it. You must have a policy statement on it. Are you going to pay the children wire fee? Say they took over LEC on. I don't know what kind of that Christmas letter can be giving people. And those people, the postman now, they will keep the letter on.
Then they switch to another community. let me bring this to you. Let me bring this.
If they bring people here to protest, I will put people in my bosses. They will come there, will protect people. It can be to LTA, it can be to central bank. Will protect the people. Use the law and let the law be the law.
It's a pleasure. Let's go.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
You are sponsoring a bill to change the president. Why are you doing so?
Yeah, my communication will be on the floor. Hopefully on Tuesday or Thursday, we're going to impeach President Bouakai. President Bouakai has convinced us in 1 month that he cannot steer the affairs of this country. So we are already working with our lawyers. As soon as possible today, we're going to be working on that all day. Hopefully tomorrow it should be on the floor. If not there tomorrow, and the impeachment of the president will be on the floor on Thursday by God's grace. So we're going to make sure that we impeach President Bouakai. President Bouakai has shown to us in 1 month that he cannot manage this country. See what has happened 2 times. The president has not represented Liberia or Liberia. We have our other African presidents now who just went over the weekend. We have a serious issue around the region that is going on. And presidents have gone to make decisions about our region. Our president is not there again. A few days ago, the president also sent the foreign affairs minister to go and represent Liberia. What is happening in Armed Forces Day? The president could not go to have this program. There are a lot of things happening. There are a lot of breach of issues. They are breaking the law in just many places, just making a lot of phony appointments. The president just made an open statement that they should generally audit the the Central Bank of Liberia. Yes, it is good. By law, they should audit the Central Bank of Liberia. But is it the prerogative of the president to give instruction for them to audit? You know what the Central Bank of Liberia come with? There are a lot of different accounts, private accounts within the Central Bank of Liberia. How one morning, one president just wake up, he just happy one morning, probably, I don't know what happened, or what he's overly excited about, like he did not expect to become a president. Now that he has become the president, he's kind of confused and overly happy over the presidency. So what I think the president can do is to relax himself. He's overly doing things, which is wrong. Let's look.
He's overly doing things, which is wrong. You listen to that.
Look, I don't know how much can I say he's right. I'm not sure if the impeachment will go through, but the impeachment will be a wake-up call. It's definitely going to be a wake-up call to Bouakai. I don't know, Sekou. I don't know what else I can say about Bouakai. I just don't know what else I can say. During the campaign period, I said everything I wanted to say. I told the Liberian people, Joseph Bouakai will not be able to run this country. I said it repeatedly. In fact, I was the lone voice. The lone voice. Everybody went against me. I told the people Joseph Bouakai is not able to run this country. Our people, Joseph Bouakai is not able to run the country. And he's not able to run the country on 2 reasons. Number 1, he is too old. He does not have the strength. He does not have the energy. He does not have the zest to do the work of the president. And the people say, oh, when the man said we want him, we agree. And the second reason I said, the man is not well. Somebody who is Shegu, the man is too old and not healthy. If he was healthy and old, we say, well, something, but the old man is sick. And all of us can get sick. Say I get high blood pressure. When people ask me right away, there are certain things I can do. Certain things I can do, I tell you, no, I can't do it because I get high blood pressure, and when I do it, my high blood pressure will go up. You should know your health condition. You can tell the Liberian people say you're well when you're not well, oh man. You may not well. Say the man old. Somebody already old, even in a village, in our village, the villages will come from. When the old people there and they're not well and they're chief, they can tell the town, they call the town meeting and say, my people are your chief, but are not able, are old now and are not well. So you'll find somebody who will be able to do the job. Our old people in the villages, I remember more than 3 times, an old person have turned over the quarter chief position. So if the old people in the village who don't know book, if they can think better than us, we will know book, man. The old people in the village, Shegu, they don't know book, they don't go to school, but they think better than us. And they can say, my people are your chief, but are not able to run anything here because our owner. So you'll find somebody who will do it, and I'm not feeling well. So I don't want they work here for it to drag. And the people can go together and find somebody who can replace that old man. My own uncle, Omen Mafa, when the Omen Mafa was getting, well, you're old, he called the town. My people are old now, and I'm not feeling well. You'll find somebody, they went and elected somebody else, they chose somebody else who will be the chief of the town chief. So if the old people, Seku, if they can recognize that they are old and they are sick and they're not able to run the town, not the country. We're not talking about, we ain't even talking about country here, Seku. We're talking about just the town. If an old person says, I'm not able to run the town, then we tell the people, Boyka cannot run the country. Look at what is happening, my brother. It's a disgrace. The man will make a decision, and certain people in government will change the decision that the president makes. President Boyka will make a decision. He's the president of the country. He will make the decision. And somebody from among his cabinet, from among his group, his supporters, they will change that decision. What kind of embarrassment they continue to make on people? They will put one list up. They all put the president appoint them. After 2-3 days, that whole list that they say not going again, they put new list. This is not the way our country should be run. So I don't know whether they're able to impeach him. I don't know whether they will get a vote to impeach him, but they're definitely going to get a vote to set the perimeter for the investigation. Because the House, it has a lot of seditions and other people who are not aligned with Joseph Boyka. So they might set the investigation. The impeachment procedure will go on at the House. But when it gets to the Senate, I doubt whether they can take a decision to remove the president for inability to run the country due to poor health and inability to make a sound judgment. I mean, I agree with Safogo. I agree with him. Your friends are meeting. This is your first meeting. This is the first major meeting after you won. Say, will you not go there? They say editors are meeting. Eh?
In fact, when George Weah became president in 2017, when he won the election, Henry Acosta is my friend. But Henry Acosta asked a question. What will George Weah say when he gets to the UNGA?
Right.
A man who can speak good English. In fact, there was an audio that was played on where you can hear all that audio was produced in Monrovia to tell the Liberian people that George Weah wouldn't even address the UNGA. When we are left for the United States to address the United Nations General Assembly, I am telling you, Mr. Jeru, we all that play whether crucial role, manual role, a supporting role, we all who provide a platform for CDC officials to sit on every single journalist in this country was worried that not just journalists, Liberian people, very worried what we would say to the United Nations General Assembly. Was we are actually going to address the UNGA appropriately? Was a subject-verb agreement was going to be entitled? Will the people even understand George Manuel Weah as president of Liberia? Haven't we brought disgrace to this country to elect a man who we know to be just a footballer without go asking to become a president of this country?
Right, right.
We all were very keen. For me, I sat down close to that radio. We were relaying. I sat down close to that radio until George Weah got through his speech. It wasn't 100%, but it was well understood. Weah did not miss any of these international, gathering. Whatever he could put on the table, he was there to put it on the table to fight for the Liberian people. We come back to Joseph Boakai. I don't also want to always agree with people who normally come up to say Joseph Boakai is sick, is sick, is sick, is sick. The time people said Joseph Boakai sick, Joseph Boakai sick, that was the election time. Until Joseph Boakai fall off, that year he now fall down from sickness before I believe that Joe Boakai is sick. For me, Joe Boakai is not sick.
So the one that happened to him a few days.
That heat. Even your president in America can be walking. Even your president in America, Joe Biden, can be walking on different occasions. He now fall down. So America got president who now fall down and he stay president. Tinubu is one person from Nigeria who left playing phone. The man so smart until when they invite him, he can just look at the occasion and post something else and say, "You, my this, go and represent me in that particular meeting." This is what I say. He's very sound to that level. Now, Joe Boakai is not sick until we see Joe Boakai fall down, that Joe Boakai is sick. Evidence of the fact that not today Joe Boakai been doing a ball a day. 2006, when Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was elected and inaugurated, Joe Boakai was VP, and Joe Boakai kept doing his eyeball just like that. 2011, Joe Boakai did his eyeball just like that. 2017, Joe Boakai did his eyeball like that. So that meant eyeball being like that from day one until it's in 2023 election after he won. We even saw the new star came in where a woman giving him chicle to wake up. So the thing is it being like that. So the men are sick.
Which one? You talking about this? You talking about this video? Let me see. Let me show you. Let me see if I have that video. Let me see if I have that video you're talking about. Let me see if I have it. Your watch, German. Your watch. He's sleeping. He's sleeping right now. Sleeping. Everybody clapping. He woke up. He came to his senses more. He's sleeping. She is sleeping. Oh my God, the man sleeping. In the church, the woman will look around. She in the mouth. She put it in her hand. She tried to put it. Yes, she put it in Joe Boakai hand. Now Joe Boakai look at her and look at the chicle. And what does he do? He put it right in his mouth. Can you imagine? This is a disgrace. I wonder if she thinks that the people are not looking at her.
That now, she would have even in a church, but she would have even gone closer to her husband and Alex kissing the man.
Yeah.
Put it in her mouth.
I mean, I don't have a problem with the fact that she want to put chicken in the man's mouth. Anytime she can do it. But in a public gathering like that, you don't know that there will be cameras around that will look at you. You take chicken from your mouth. While people looking at you, you shopping the man for the man to put it in your mouth.
I love.
Yeah, because he was sleeping, just to keep him from sleeping. This is something we need to be. This is very bad.
I don't want peace. I want problems always.
Peace. I don't want problems always. I don't want
no problem. I want peace.
I want peace always.
So this is my point, right? Joe Boakai is not sick. He's been like that. During the campaign, Henry Costa said Joe Boakai sick, and people use that. And a lot of seditionists use that. The man sick, the man not fit. Honestly, between you and myself, when Ellen Johnson Sirleaf 2011 was coming, when she said she was a formidable force, I'm one of the person who said within myself that Ellen Johnson Sirleaf wasn't coming to be president because she wanted to be. She wanted to take the power. Then when she died, she gave the power over to turn the power over to Joseph Boakai as vice president. That's why I said within myself. It was on the contrary. Today, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is still strong and moving. Joe Boakai is okay. Boakai is okay. The problem I have now with the Boakai thing is, I don't want Boakai. I don't want Boakai to keep alluding to the fact that he will live to pressure. You are the president of this country. You have every appointing right. You have every power. You got people who you trust, who are around you. You have your security. These people, they have taken oath to support, safeguard you, and protect you beyond reasonable doubt. If you ever ran campaign with people yesterday and they are expecting something, do not pay these people at this particular point. No, when you decide to pay them at this particular point, you will make yourself ugly to the Liberian people. Don't live like them.
No, Segu, you raise a very great point. They may already made itself ugly to the Liberian people. In fact, I want to open the line today. We'll open the line today and ask you, if you are listening to us through Shatter FM or whatever means you are listening to us, I want you to tell us, in the last 1 month, have your life changed a little bit for the better? We see, listen, we got people in Monrovia. Every day we got people that will send money for them to do something. In fact, my wife is currently in Monrovia. Rice price is increasing, and they said they were going to reduce it the other day. They said gasoline price was reduced by a few cents, 5 cents, 7 cents, right there. Gasoline price is not reducing. The U.S. rate is now 200. I don't know if it's 205 or 200. It was 190 when I left Monrovia recently. 190. Now we're going to 200 now. And the president has no iota of idea of how to solve that. To solve the kind of problem. The U.S. rate, when it goes up, anytime the U.S. rate goes up, rice price goes up, gasoline goes up, and even the market, you go buy cassava price go up. If you go buy palm nut price goes up. If you go buy a flour saw price goes up. Because everything is contingent. No reason why? Because the market women who are going to the bushes, to the villages, to the towns, to bring the cassava, to bring the cassava leaf, to bring the palava sauce, to bring the okra, to bring all the things from the bush and bring it, they pay transportation. That transportation that they pay, the driver has to buy gas. The gas the driver is buying, the price has gone up. So the driver adds additional money on his transportation. The women go there and pay heavy amount of money to transport their goods. They have to add something on the goods to be able to buy their market another time. And the people sit in the executive mansion and think this is joke. They came and said, we're going to change everything. In 90 days, your life will be better. In the first 1 month, everything is turning upside down. And somebody will say, Gibson, let Giving chance. Giving chance where? How am I going to give him chance? You know how many people are hungry today? You know how many people don't know what to do today? You came and told the people you're going to rescue them, and the very things that you criticize, the very things you are doing. You say, Joshua, you should break the law. You don't respect the law. You break the law every day. You make appointment in places you got no business making appointment. Let me give you an example, my people, those of you who are listening. NOCA, for example. According to the NOCA law, the president cannot appoint the vice presidents. You will appoint the president of NOCA, and NOCA president will appoint the vice president and all other officials that work with NOCA. The president break that law and appointed 2 vice presidents at NOCA. Up to now, he has not withdrawn those appointments. We expect us to say, yes, he's doing the right thing when he's breaking the laws. There's a reason why the people made the law that way. So that the people that will be appointed vice president, they will have some sense of loyalty to the president so they can work together. They can take instruction from him for the company to run well. But if the president appoints his vice presidents, how can they even listen to him? Because they all have the same presidential appointment. That's number one. Number two, then he get appointed Patrick Horner to Liberia Telecommunication Authority. When that position that he appointed Patrick Horner to is somebody's position, and the person has a tenure position. And the person's tenure position has not expired. And he sent Patrick Horner to go and take that position. He knew very well that that is a tenure position. He's not supposed to appoint someone there. Joseph Boakai went and appointed Patrick Horner. Patrick Horner is a great friend of mine. I like him. He's a great journalist. I mean, if he still is, but I respect him. But at the same time, the president has no business appointing him to a tenure position to remove somebody else whose term has not expired. The law says that you cannot appoint someone to that position until that person's position, their tenure have expired. And number two. Number three, look at what he did to the national fisheries. He appointed somebody to that tenure position. In fact, he appointed two people to the tenure position. So he keep violating the law. He keep violating the law. Now, how you come to us and say, my people, I'm the best person. I have been in government for 42 years. I've been vice president for 12 years. I will do everything right. I know how government run. George, we are not good because he don't know how government run. That's why he made all the mistakes then. But y'all put me there. I don't want to know how government can run. I will show y'all that the government will run perfectly and everything will be done rightly. The people believe you, Joseph Boakai, and they gave you their vote. And is that what you do for them? Violate the laws? You appoint somebody to them. Look at what he did. Look at what is happening to the deputy minister for administration at the Ministry of Health and Social Welfare. He appointed two different people. He appointed Roger Thomas, and he appointed Martha Morris. Martha Morris was appointed as assistant minister. Roger Thomas was appointed as deputy minister. But there are certain people within Joseph Boakai's circle, people like Prince Moi. He sees himself like a superior lawmaker, superior senator, superior supporter of Joseph Boakai. Now he is making it impossible for Roger Thomas to take a seat as deputy minister. He wants to swap that position and put Martha Morris, who was appointed as assistant minister. Is Martha Morris, is she better than Thomas? It's not even better because Thomas is of a more administrative knowledge and experience than Martha. But you want to remove the man, the president appoints somebody, then certain people can get power behind the president and try to change it. And you sit down there, you can't rep them, you can't discipline them. Tell them that you can't do this. That's what I want, and that's what I said. But the appointment is still on the Executive Mansion website. It's still there, Sheku. It's still there.
Yeah, let's open the phone lines.
Why are they doing that? Why are they doing that? Why the president sit down and let people remote control? Why the president sit down and make people to change his appointments? Why does he do that? I am just look. I feel that our people have been lied to again. Again, our people have been lied to. And every time
we'll hold their feet to the fire. We're going to hold their feet to the fire.
We definitely will hold their feet to the fire.
I'm not sure this program is an opposition program.
And even Johnson said
wherever we find the fault, we're going to tell the Liberian people, let them be able to, because every time we say these things, it raises a checkpoint, it raises a red flag, and they know exactly. Look, apparently,
this is what Prince Johnson said.
Mm-hmm.
How come before the election I was one of those and after election telephone closed. Then what would the tell
Sekou, I want us to open the line today.
If you just joining us, yeah. If you just joining us, the numbers to purchase Carlson is 0775 500 551, 0888 Those of you listening to Shakhtar FM tonight, you can put your calls and participate on the program. Mr. Gibson Jeru is in the United States. What the question, Chief?
The question is, Joseph Boakai is about 1 month now in power. How do they feel about Joseph Boakai administration? Is it doing good? Is it doing bad? What do they think? What do you think? You are listening to me. What do you think? Joseph Boakai being in power for 1 month. Do you see the government going better or the government doing worse? Are they making more mistakes or are they making good things, making good decisions? Is your life better in 30 days? Did you realize what Joseph Boakai was talking about, that he will rescue this nation? Tell me about your experience in the last 30 days, in the last 1 month. How do you feel about the Liberian government right now?
How do you feel about the Liberian government for the last 1 month, few days, that the government has taken over the country? Put your calls on 0775 500 551, 0888 513 481, 0775 500 551, 0888 513 481. We got 23 minutes to 11 o'clock. Hopefully at 11.
Yes, we'll be done by 11 today. We're not going to stay too long. So if you want to participate in this call, you can call our number there, 0775 500 551. As Sekou said that. And if you want to continue to, if you got a Lone Star, 0888 513 481. I mean, how can we tell Lone Star then to give us a customized number, like, 888 513 513, something like that, or 5500 551. Anyway, that one not bad. Well,
the first thing we have to, when we put our frequency on, then we get to Lone Star. They will have to give us a number that will be in line with our frequency.
Yes.
The last 3 digits. Yeah. So once the frequency comes on, definitely that's what we're going to do.
Okay, and then and we're gonna set up the. I don't know whether they can set up a text line for us where we can use it on the computer, and then when people send their text.
Yes, they got the modem already. We will try to get that modem and then put our SIM card into it. And we announce the text line and we'll read the text line on the screen. We can do that.
Yes, that will do. We'll do that because it's both. I like to see people participating in the conversation. Let me go to while we wait here. Somebody is from, I don't know if you definitely, if your name is appearing as Facebook user, it means something that you either is not a member of the group. And if you go to the group, just go follow, just click follow, and then you will be, this one is from ELWA, but your name is not coming out. So, and the same person said, "Good evening, Mr. Gibson. Jerry, thank you." He said, "ECOWAS is a joke." Okay, so we're going to read the comments. But in any case, we want you to go to the group page because this is the reason why. You either send me a request or you go to the group page and click follow, and then you will be able, your name will be able to appear. Michael's Giroud is watching from UN Drive, Monrovia, and this one says, JMB is joke and very sick. I don't know about very, but I know he's sick. And I say Gibson, hello, brother Gibson. Let me read this other last line here. It says JMB is having a mini stroke every week. A mini stroke every week. Well, I don't know what a mini stroke is. I'm not sure of that, and he's entitled to his view. But this one is coming from Emmanuel Gabla. Man Gabla said, "Good evening, guys. I'm watching you live from Kenya, Monrovia." Emmanuel, if you are watching from Kenya, you can go to Shakhtar FM. What is the frequency? Shakhtar FM 102.5. and you will be able to listen live as well. And if you have a question, you can call the number on the screen there, Emmanuel, 0775 500 551, 0888 513 481. If you have any, won't you just call us and tell us? You don't have to say too much, and tell us how you feel about this government. What is your own take about this government? I don't know. I'm not in studio. I don't know if Sekou is there, but Sekou is not in studio. So please don't call yet. If you want, please don't call yet. Sekou is not in the studio for him to take your call. I'm all the way there in the US, and so I'll not be able to take your call. So yeah, let's discuss this thing. It's very important for us. We have the government that came to power to rescue us. And we do want to be rescued. We agree to be rescued. But if you come to rescue us, if somebody will come in and eating my rest every evening and they're not paying my rest, they're not paying for my food, and you say, Gibson, I came to rescue you from this person, don't come and eat my food and don't pay. Then you're not rescuing me. It means you're doing the same thing the person was doing. You tell us that you will respect the laws. Okay, if you want to call, you can call. Still, we're right back in studios. 0775.
We have someone on the line. Hello. Your name? Where you calling from?
This is Harris Kennedy from Johnson.
Harris, welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah. My point here is Joseph Walker is a failure to the country. You don't need to show. Don't you have to do for the country. Just a failure. Total disgrace to the country. Because number one, if you're not able to rescue yourself, you're not able to represent like out there. You just stay. Can't go for work. You know, we're fine. And what can I even be is that? I hope I said, see you.
Thank you. For me, it's still early.
Just
1 month.
Why
it's just 1 month. Walker is still putting things in place.
Oh man, one more time, George Weah, there were a lot of protests already taking place in George Weah administration. The first 1 month, the first 5-6 days, there was already protests going on in George Weah administration. Joe Biden is blessed that nobody going in the street to stop the traffic, except for the women who were demonstrating or protesting about Prince C. Johnson.
0775 500 551. 0775 500 551. 0888 513 481. 0888 513 481. Again, 0775 500 551. 0775 500 551. 0888 513 481 are the numbers. Put your calls tonight. Benjamin Brooks is there in the studio with Shakta FM. And why we are here tonight in Monrovia in the United States of America. What do you make up? Joseph Boakai is the president of Liberia. He's gone for the last 1 month, few days. Are you impressed with the appointment so far? Are you impressed with issues you're hearing in the news about the government? Do you have a word of encouragement or a recommendation to his government? A government that almost 50% of the country decided to vote for, and 50% of the country say, no, we don't want him. But then that's politics. What do you make up, even if you are opposition? Do you have an advice for him, Joseph Numa Boakai? Do you have a recommendation? You want to praise his government from where he stands? Put your calls on 0775 500 551, 0888 513 481, 0775 500 551, 0888 513 481. Put your calls, let's hear you tonight if you want to be a part of the broadcast, and I will take you and put you through on this program. That's why we are here, to let you speak to the country. you speak to the Liberian people, and you speak to the globe. Everyone hears you and everyone listens to you. We got 24 minutes. Is that 24 minutes or 14 minutes? 16 minutes, sorry. We got 16 minutes right now to 11 o'clock. Hopefully 11 will be coming to the end of this program. The fact that we don't have our other panelists today, so Gibbs will be happy for all to go today. The panelists come, they will go up to 11, 12, 1. Please unmute yourself. You've been muted.
When the panelists they come down in Monona, then we gotta go to, then we gotta stop early. Because I was no more time for you and myself at 11 o'clock. When the panelists come, before everybody finishes talking, then more time go. But while Sheku is waiting for a call, let me read some stories here that have caught my attention. This one, they say women demand justice for the late Comfort. If those of you remember Comfort Glay in Grand Bassa County, Buchanan, was allegedly, they are accusing the boyfriend of killing her. She came from running from her boyfriend's house and dropped, and she never survived. In less than 1 week following the mysterious death of a mother of 6 children, Comfort Glade, several females were seen with placards at the headquarters of the Liberian National Police in Buchanan, Grand Bassa County, calling on the government of Liberia to fast-track the investigation into the death of their compatriots. The errant and disenchanted women, some of whom are marketeers, teachers, caregivers, etc., were heard screaming and chanting, "We want justice. We are tired of being maltreated and abused by men." The women's spokesman, Madam Janje Lord, who is also a leader of the new Buchanan community, told the police that for a long time women have been abused and killed in Grand Bassa County. She noted that women have resolved to remain unbending until justice is served in the death of Comfort Glade. Well, the boyfriend himself has been arrested, and he is in police custody waiting court trial. Let me read the other story really quick. Recently, we reported that fire gutted a house in St. J, and their 4 children, the woman and her 3 children, were killed in a fire. As a victim of the recent fire disaster in Tianyi, not St. J, but Tianyi Town, Tiwa District, Grand Cayman County, have been given tons of bags of rice. The government of Liberia's National Disaster Management Agency provided 50 bags of 25 kg rice. And our correspondent Mike Rogers reported recently that 4 people died instantly when fire gutted the house in which they were living. The fire incident occurred early Wednesday morning in the Tianyi Town, Dewa District. So we want to say thanks to the management team for coming to the rescue of these people. More disasters for journalism or media. Again, media has lost another great man. The NEC, the National Election Commission media director, Henry Flomo, is dead. Henry Flomo says sad news. Mr. Henry B. Flomo, Director of Communication at the National Elections Commission of Liberia, is dead. And if you click on here, you will see his profile. According to the report, he died in Ganta, Nima County, while attending a workshop. The body of the late Flomo is en route to Monrovia. He died on February 25th, 2024. The cause of death has not been established, as the body is en route to Monrovia for funeral arrangements. And Flomo worked with several media institutions, including the Liberia Broadcasting Corporation and the Capital FM, where he served as station manager. And so let me read this comment from this individual here. Slawon see Yagbawolo. You know, I mean, I don't know. Snawon looks like a crown name, but then I see Yagbawolo. Maybe she's married to a Yagbawolo or her father is a Yagbawolo, but Snawon look like her crown name. I hope it is. It look really nice to spell Snawon. It look nice to spell. It say Bwaka is hitting the ground running now. Liberian people will learn on their highway. We told Bwak JMB not ready to lead Liberian people. They say they agree. We say JMB is not capable. They say they agree. We say JMB is not well. He had medical issues. They say they agree. Now, let them be with JMB government now. As far as I'm concerned, I am very happy and enjoying Bwaka government. You know, Shegu, this is a sarcastic talk, you know. I like the way she put it. But we say, my people, they say we agree. Oh, my people, they not wear it. We agree. They we agree. Now, some of them are complaining now. They are complaining because they are themselves. I have so many friends who have called me. Segu, I'm not kidding. So many friends who have called me and expressed disappointment, disbelief, discouragement, disenchantment about Bwaka administration. In fact, some of them are completely judging the government. I will not even do anything, but I still have faith in the government. Let me be honest. We all want government to succeed. Nobody here wants the government to not succeed. Because the government not succeed is on me. It's also on me. If the government do well, I will not do well. If the country is backward and prices are going up and people cannot pay for stuff, it will also affect me, affect any business that I'm involved into. I will not be happy. So we all want our government to be successful. But unfortunately, we can't force it. Success is a matter of occurrences, free occurrences. You do good thing, success. You do bad thing, no success. So in the situation that we find ourselves, Bwaka has a responsibility. And if I know they say you can't listen to news, you can't listen to TV, you can't listen to social media, you can't do none of those. I don't know who else will listen to this. He doesn't. So I'm telling you something. I got somebody who works in Bwaka place. I'm telling you something. The guy is a security.
So that you can get pressure.
They told him. They made handlers. The protocol told him not to listen to any of this. Probably when you listen to the thing, they really can talk. You don't want to listen to them. And anything will brief you on everything they do. So they brief the old man. The old man does not turn on radio to listen to news. He does not watch TV. He does not watch social media. Does not. So when we're talking, it doesn't. I'm not sure Bwaka listening to me. He doesn't even listen to Spoon TV or Spoon Talk. There are people who listen to Spoon Talk and tell him. So it's a difficult thing. And men who cannot listen to news, it'll be difficult for you to know what is going on in your community. It's very, very difficult. So basically, so I want to say yes. I knew it. Nobody will get it near except Crown Woman. Say who you stay in Grand Union, you don't know Crown Woman in your state. Yes, I am a Crown Woman from Bison District, presiding in the U.S. Des Moines. I know nobody else will be Snawon beside Crown Woman. That particular name, I know it so well. You see how I pronounce it, Snawon? They mean when God agreed. That's the interpretation of that name. When God agreed. Not if, but when God agreed. If there are two different things, right? If that's supposition, when it's a sure thing. When you only tell somebody say, if I win, no. When I win, that's the sure thing. When I win, it means you are sure of yourself. But hey, look, people, we got 5 minutes to go, and we are glad our panelists today, they are very busy. They didn't come, but we enjoy ourselves. Believe I listen to the correspondent reports. Great, look, it's getting better every day. The correspondent report is getting better every day. Even though not everybody can come on at the same time, but it is getting better every day. We have to try.
In fact, when you calm down, we will bring them together and have a little seminar with them.
That's what I want to do. I want us to have a meeting. We can go to Banga and have a meeting, and everybody come and meet us in Banga or in Ganta somewhere, and everybody meet us there, and we'll have a great meeting, great session. We'll have a great workshop there. We'll do some presentation, and we'll do some things that we'll be looking for in them. Because look, it is good for you to report on government activities, but like somebody reported on the woman who got her orphanage, and she don't get money, and she's struggling. The woman already sick, but she still got children they're taking care of, and nobody's helping her. Those are kind of stories I like to see. I like to see the girl who died recently, who her boyfriend or fiance spilled the acid water on her. Those are moving stories, very, very moving stories. I like my correspondent to pay attention to the community. Even if somebody make a
we call that the human interest story.
Human interest story. And let's say the run and you saw one woman, she's struggling with her farm. You know, she making a cassava farm. She go there, you see her there, she pulling the grass from under the cassava. You can take a picture, nice picture, talk to her, how she feel about doing the kind of job, what kind of help she will need. You know, those kind of stories, we will let those kind of stories. And if we have our newspaper is ready, those are still, you'll be surprised with this one headline. You know, we'll not be afraid because we'll not say, because it's true, we'll not sell, so we'll not make it headline. We'll make some of the story banner headline, and like people will get used to stories like that.
Yeah, people will go for them because they are human.
Go for them. Yeah. You know what it means when you see an old lady, she's sitting down, she's watching your battle then. She's watching your battle to go sell her oil. And you take a very beautiful picture of her. You interview her and put her story out there, how she's making ends meet by doing that. And how much you make a day. Oh my, how much you make when you do this kind of job. And oh my will tell you, oh my, I sell it that 1 week, that I made $200. People know exactly what life is like. On the lower level, you know. But I want to say thank you, Segu, for being there always, and I also thank you for going over there yesterday for our Corsair cable, and we really appreciate that. I hope
we are getting set.
We're
getting set. We hit the ground running.
Was all girl our town they will the man say. I'm gonna say the money for I say the whole man, but but I think you want to use it for different thing again or project getting I say my brother. She want to finish your project. No, I gotta finish my project. I say, hey God, and then money you're gonna buy the we'll get there.
We'll hit the ground running. But thank you so much tonight. We appreciate you. Let's be here again tomorrow with another fascinating topic and discussion. Folks, I'd like to say thank you. My name is Sheku Kuruma. Join us every evening. Benjamin Brooks there in Carisbride would like to say a very big thank you to you for the relay. Keep it up. By the special grace of God, we're going to allot the internet facility to you as one of the radio stations that will be carrying on our relay. One of the panelists on the state podium have offered to give a 5 radio stations internet bundle to relay our programs. That's Emmanuel Zaza. That inclusive of the evening broadcast. So we'd like to say thank you. We'll soon be with you as soon as possible. But just before we take our leave, someone is trying to call here. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah?
Yeah, my name is Anna Brisby. I join you from Fender.
Anna, welcome. How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah, for the 1 month of Joseph Boakai leadership, there's a great achievement.
Okay.
I'm so much proud and happy.
Okay.
Number 1, the red spread you have to bring down a claim. We thank God for the people that supported me. We told them, we said, Joseph Boakai, can increase your salary? They said you are going to increase it. Okay. So then, even go when they cry.
Okay.
So thank God for that. We told them Joseph Boakai said, they said we were lying. So we thank God for Joseph Boaka. But the advice I get for Joseph Boaka, 2 messages, the better to it. If you don't ever you put it down and leave us, don't us totally before you leave the country. Thank you.
Let us speak of Dalet. Let us speak of
Thank
Dalet.
you. Thank you very much. She
Let
left
us speak
already.
of Dalet. Let us speak of Dalet.
She left already. She left
Oh my
already.
God. Remember when they can't tell them to speak the Dalet, they sit in the say English and say in the Dalet.
We
If
have
she-
to go.
if she-
We have
if
to
she's
go.
listening to us, she can call back. Madam, if you are listening to us, call back and the same thing you just said to put it in your dialect.
Good man say
If
Belasco.
I put it in crown right now, what you said was, Aponyo which go in there, I like Joseph Boaka, I say Popua, will not say Poa, and what ya. I don't say Poa Bear, will not bear the one, Econi, Corn, that's what you said. I put it in crown. If you hear us, every time you come, if you're able to speak your dialect, you speak it because it helps us to reach to our people. Yeah, Shegu, I was in Seattle today, but I'm coming back.
Okay. All right. All right, folks. That's all the time we have. Join us tomorrow morning. We know that it's not always regular, but it's going to be regular on the Shakta. So keep joining us. Until then,